Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the same for the radio button. Okay, radio button you can also use this nothing keyboard. Okay, so next we'll see the use of the rich text box. Rich text box. Okay, now rich text box here, the rich text box and rich text box both we can use to enter the text. Okay, it is very much similar to the text box, but rich text box provides some advanced features over the standard text box. Okay, it is basically used for the to display font, color images, colors, and the various links. Okay, and also we can manipulate the text, whatever the text entered into the rich text box. Whereas in text box, we cannot easily manipulate. If when we set the multi-line property to true, what that text box never shows the what into the number of lines. What for that we have to set one more property. Okay, but in rich text box it is easy. We can design or enter the text according to the user requirement. Okay, it is basically used to write the blogs. It is basically used to write the comments. Okay, so that is the rich text box. And the rich text box also used to load. You can also load or you can load the .rtf files. Okay, in this rich text box, if already on your drive there are RTF files, and if that you want to open that RTF files, then you can easily load it into this rich text box. Okay, and you can also whatever the content you have written into this rich text box, you can also save this content to a particular .rtf file. Okay, that is very much important advantage of rich text box. Okay, let's see how it is. For example, here I am taking one button. Okay, on this button I will take two buttons. Okay, now for button 1, on this button 1, what I'm doing, I want to load. Now see on my desktop, on my desktop there is a one file. The file is, the name of file is f1. Okay, the name of file is f1, and it in that file I have written three text, okay, three statements. Okay, and this file, the extension of this file is .rtf. Okay, so this is the word file, or this is a sorry, not word, .rtf file. Okay, I want to open this file into the this rich text box. I want to open this file into this rich text box. Okay, for that purpose, for that purpose, okay, double click on the button event. Okay, then name of the text box, rich text box, it is rich text box 1. Okay, dot. Now what we want to open the existing file, existing .rtf file. Okay, so you take use the method that is load file. Okay, load file, and load file it takes a path. Now, what is the path? The path of that file where it is stored. The name of file is f1.rtf. Okay, but that file is stored on desktop. Okay, so you have to specify the full path of that file. Okay, so here right click on that file, go to properties, copy the path of that file. Okay, go to your .NET window. Okay, and in double quote paste that file. Okay, then slash name of the file with extension, then close. Okay, so f1.rtf is the file which is available at this location. So you have to write entire path. Okay, so path of the file. Now execute this. Now this is the rich text box. Currently there is no any content into the this text box. Click on the button. Now see, when I have clicked on that button, it opens that f1.rtf file into this rich text box. Clear? Understand? So that is the one difference between the text box and rich text box. This facility is not available in text box. In standard text box, standard text box we can use only for the input purpose. Okay, we cannot load a file into the input. Okay, so that is the difference. So use the load file method to open a .rdf file. Now remember, it only supports .rdf file. Now we'll see how to save the content of text box, rich text box. That means if whatever I have entered in this text box, I want to save this content into one file. That file, it will save that content into the .rdf. So let's see. So say the click event of button 2. Okay, and just rtf rich text box dot save file. Okay, use the method save file. Again it takes the path. Okay, path for that file. Suppose we said the content on the same path, that is on desktop, but file name is suppose file 3.rtf. Okay, file 3.rtf. Okay, so whatever the content entered by the user into the rich text box, that content will get saved into the file 3.rtf. Okay, now before executing, now look at here, on this desktop there is no any file available, file 3.rtf. Is there? Is there?
No.
So we'll execute. Okay, now in this text box, um, I have written some text into this rich text box. If this text is visible to all,
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
after that, now I'm going to click on button 2. Okay, so on button 2, what? On button 2, we have written a one statement, and that statement is rich text box 1 dot save file. So whatever you have entered into this rich text box, it will store into the file 3.rtf. So now I'm going to click button 2. Okay, now close. Now close. Okay, now see here on desktop there is a file 3. Is this file is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We will open it. Now let's see what are the contents. Yes, the same contents. are there into the file. Clear? How to open and how to save. Okay. Now one more difficulty is what here when I have entered the content. Okay, and I have clicked on button. Okay, we didn't get idea key whether it is saving or not. Okay, so for that what you will do after this, just print the message. Okay, the file is saved successfully. So user will easily understand that action is get performed. Okay. So with the help of message box, but still now we have not learned message box. We will see afterwards. Okay, clear the use of the rich text box.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like this,
Yes, ma'am.
you can also use to apply the stylings. Basically, in rich text box, the content we can use rich text box. Applies different styles. We can apply fonts. We can apply colors. We can apply what is bold, italic fonts, styles of that font with the help of rich text box. Okay. Is there, can we see that program how to set the font or not? Or you can do it yourself. Okay. Can we see? Or it is possible for you. I will show you one example. You can click on okay. We have used the font class. Okay, in using same class, we can set the different font styles in rich text box. Rich text box dot font. Okay, equal to font. Sorry, equal to new font. Okay, so rich text box one dot font. Okay, for that rich type, whatever the contents user is going to insert into the rich text box. Okay, for that apply the font. Okay, so font equal to new, then use the class name of the class name font, and it takes two parameter. Okay, it takes two parameter. The first parameter is for which you want to apply the font. Okay, so we want to apply the font on the text entered by the user into the rich text. Okay, so again call that rich text box one dot font. Okay, comma which type of style that you want to apply. So font style. Okay, dot. Okay, now you can display the in bold, in italic, in regular, in strike through, underline, in any form. We'll take in bold. Okay, then close. Okay, so what we have done, we want to set a style on the text. So we are using rich text box one dot font method. Okay, this method should be of text, and it takes two parameter. The first parameter where you want to apply that. Okay, so rich text box one dot font and what type of style that you want to apply. Okay, so execute. Now entered. Okay, now click on button 2. It will display in bold form. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Like this, you can apply the different styles on that. Italic style, um, underline, strike through, anyone. Okay. Clear about the rich text?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll move forward. Okay. Now next we'll discuss on list box and the combo box. List box and combo box. Okay. What is the difference between list box and combo box? Yes, what is the difference between list box and combo box? Okay, what is the use of list box?
To display the
Displays the list.
list.
Okay. The list box is a collection of items, the number of items we can add into the list box. List box allows the user to pick or select one item at a time or more than one item at a time. Okay, that is the list box. And combo box is also used to store the more than one items, and it is also allowed to pick one and more than one items. But the difference is first difference is if into the list box there are 100 items, then it takes a lot of space on the form. Okay, because all 100 items are visible at a time onto the screen. Okay, but in combo box it takes it if we have stored 100 items into that, but at a time it shows only one. We can see remaining items by just clicking on this arrow. Okay, because combo box is drop down box, to see remaining items we have to click on that arrow. Okay, so that is the difference. The list box takes lots of space on the screen, and combo box doesn't takes a space. Okay, that is the difference. And properties of list box and combo box are same properties and same methods used by the list box. Okay, so name property is there. Now here items. Okay, items is the property. Using items property you can add number of items into the list. Okay, so here you can enter the number of strings or number of items, and it will get added into the list box. Okay, this is for design time. Okay, here and um, okay, it is available at selection. That property is available at here selection mode is there, only one at a time. Okay, and you can uh, one means it allows only one selection at a time. Multi simple means you can multi simple and using multi extended. Okay, you can allow user to select more than one items. Only the difference between simple and extended means first you have selected three items, and then next you want to allow user to add two more items into the, or you want to select two more items, then you can use extended. Okay, simple means at first selection it allows only one selection is allowed, and in extended we can extend number of items, or we can continuously add the number of items into the or select the number of items from the list. Okay, that is the difference. One means only one selection is allowed. Okay, same for the combo box. Okay, For combo box, name is there. Okay, items is there. Okay. And okay, for combo box basically allows the multiple selections. It never allows the one selection, so that design and property is not available. Okay, so let's see how to use this list box and combo box. Okay, here I will add one text box. Okay, now currently now I'm going to execute. Okay, there are errors. Okay, execute. Now currently list box and combo box are blank. Okay, there are no any items into that list box and combo box. Okay, so now on button click, when user is clicking on button 1, it should add number of items. Okay, so here I'm taking the click event of button. Now how to add the items at runtime? Okay, take the name of list box 1 dot items. Okay, dot items dot add method. Okay, now see at run design time only items method is there, but at runtime you have to use add method. Okay, and it takes a string, which string or which item that you want to add. Suppose here I'm adding red color. Now let's see, run. Now currently list box is empty. When I'm clicking on button 1, it adds that text red color. Okay. Like this you can add n number of elements or n number of items into the text. Suppose here I'm adding 3 items. Now execute. Click on the button 1. It will add 3 elements or 3 items into the list box. Clear how to add elements or items into the list box at runtime. Okay, this is at runtime. You can also add the design time. How to add design time? Select the list box and go to the items. Okay, at runtime there is items dot add method. You have to use add method to add element one by one. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now I will see when user is clicking on when user is selecting a particular item. Okay, it should add it into the this text box. Okay, so here I'm using the event of list box, that is selected index change. Okay, okay, so what I want to display the selected item into the text box, equal to list box 1 dot. Okay, now what I want to display, the selected item into the list box. Okay, so use list box 1 dot selected item. That means if I'm clicking on red color, it should display that text into the text box. If I'm selecting green color, then it should display this text into the text box. Now let's see. First add the items. Now click on the red color. S, red color. Okay. When I'm clicking on green color, it is showing the green color text into the text box. Okay, this is why, this is because of this selected index change. Okay, that means when I'm clicking on first item, it accepts its index value. By default index it start with 0. Okay, and for that index it is showing the text that is red color. When I'm clicking another element, okay, then the index is get changed, and for that index it is showing the text, uh, related text, that is the green color. Clear? Clear how we can pick up any one item from the list box. Okay. Okay, if you want to check the index of the items, okay, here instead of selected index, selected item, use selected index. Okay, so what is mean? When you are picking, when you are selecting any one element from the list box, it will show the index value of that element or index value of that item. So the pink color is stored at the index 1, green color is stored at index 2, red color is stored at index 0. Okay, and this is because of selected index method of the list box one. Clear? Selected index, selected item. Yes or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Good. Next, we'll see if you want to find the number of items available into the list box. Okay. So for that, here I'm taking the click event of button 2. Okay. Here I want to check how many elements or items are there into the list box. So text box 1 dot text equal to list box 1 dot items dot count. Okay. So use the item is a class here, and count is one of the method of that class. Okay, so this method will count the number of items available into the list box 1. Okay, and it will display into the text box 1. So 3 items are there, so it should display the count value as 3. Okay, is it? Okay, right? 3 items, so it is showing the 3 value, because count means it will return the number of items available into the list box. Okay, clear? Use of the
Yes,
count.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Now, if you want to remove a particular item from the list box, okay, so for that you can use the remove at method of the same class, of the item class. Okay, items dot remove. Okay, remove at. Okay, so remove at, it takes one integer value, that is the index number. If you want to remove a specific element from the list box, then you have to specify the color, so index number of that item. Okay, suppose I want to remove the element which is present at index 1. Okay, so here I have used the remove at. What happened? Okay, sorry. We want to remove, so there is no need to assign a value to the text box. Execute. Now add the element. Now what I have written, that when I'm clicking on button 2, it should remove the element which is present at location 1. Okay, so look for location 1. There is a pink color, so it should remove it. So click on button 2. Now there are only two elements, red color and green color. Pink color it is get removed from the list box because it was present at the index number 1. If I am clicking on again button 2, it also removes the green color because the previous index value of green color was 2. Now when pink, it removes pink color, the index values get updated to 1. So if I am again clicking on that, it will remove that element. Okay. So like this, you can also remove the element from the list box. Clear? Clear the use of remove and yes or not?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
And the last method of list box is clear method. Okay. Last method is clear method. Okay. Now using clear method, we can clear or we can remove all elements available in the list box. Using remove add, you can remove a particular element that you want. But using clear at a time, you can remove all elements from the list box. So first add and then click on button 2. So when I'm going to click, it will remove each and every element from the list. Okay, so these are the methods. Selected index method is there, selected item method is there, clear method is there, okay, add method is there. Okay, so you can use this method to perform operation on the list. Clear about the list box? Any difficulty?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Good. Next, we'll see about the combo box. So combo box also have the same property, but we'll see the for combo box. We'll take same button. Okay. So initially the combo box is empty. There are no any elements into the combo box. So you can add elements into the combo box using the same method. Items dot add. Okay. Items dot to red color. Now execute. Now see there is no any element. Now click on the button 1 and see. Now one item is get added into the combo box. Okay, why? Because we have used the items dot add method to add or to insert a one element into the combo box. Like this, you can use the same method to add the number of elements into the combo. Okay. Now execute. There are no any element. Now click on the button 1. Now there are 4 elements into the combo box. Now let's see here in combo box. Actually, there are 4 elements, but here it when we are clicking on this arrow, it is showing all the elements. Okay. But in list box, if there are 4 elements, it shows 4 elements at a time on the screen. So that much space is it taking on the screen. But combo box is taking only um, uh, uh, the space which is required to display a one item. Okay. If you want to see, then it will display. You can see using by clicking on this arrow. Okay, that is the difference between the list box and combo box. Okay, total space used by the list box is greater than the space used by the combo box. That is the difference. Okay, so the combo box you can also use the same method. Okay, you can use but for combo box, here Okay, selected index change. Okay, use same event. Okay, same event is there. Selected index change. For that, you can use. That means when we are picking one element from the combo box, it should display into the text box. Okay, so use the same methods. Dot. Okay, selected item. Execute. Okay, add the elements into the combo box. Now pick up any one. Okay, here I have selected red, so it is showing the red text into the text box. Here I am clicking on pink, so now it is showing the pink text into the text box. Okay, so these are the events and methods of the list box and combo box. Same methods are there. Selected item is there, selected index is there. Okay. Okay, see, selected item, selected index, selected text, selected value is there, selection length is there. Okay, selection. Now selection start means from which point you are starting. Now combo box and list box both are allowing to select the more than one items. Okay. Now let's see for that. Here for list box, we will set the um, selection mode. Okay, we will select allow selection mode as multi simple. Okay, now for combo box. Okay, combo box. For combo box, multi selection, multi. Okay, the property may be at a runtime. So first we'll see on the list box here. Mm, list box one dot items. कोणाचा ऑडिओ चालू आहे बंद करा. काही डाऊट असेल तर विचारा. ऑडिओ कशाला चालू करता येत नाही. So here we are adding the two items in the list box. Now see, at design time, we have set the property of this list box. Which property? Multi mode. Sorry, selection mode. Okay, and I have set the value is to multi simple. Okay, so it allows us to select two items at a time. Okay, if the selection mode is 1, then it is allowing only one item. Okay, for example, if here I am again setting that selection mode to the 1. Okay, okay, see here in selection mode. If selection mode is 1, that means it allows only one selection. Okay. So like this for combo. Okay, we'll see at runtime is there property or not. Okay, combo one dot selection. If selection mode is not there, okay. Combo drop down box or combo box is also allows us to add allows us multiple selection. Here we need to set that property, and actually that property is not available here. At design time it should be there for selection. Okay, when we set that property using control key, it allows us to select more than one property. Okay, let's see why in next lecture why it is not working. Okay, clear the list box and combo box?
Yes, ma'am.
Any difficulty regarding any control?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, yesterday we discussed how we can add the items in list box and combo box manually. Means manually, if we want to add four items into the list, so we have to use 4 times add a method. Okay, but you can also add the elements using the for loops. Okay, using for loop. Okay, and inside the for loop you can add this method. Okay, and using message box, sorry, using input box you can accept the item name, and with the help of that input box you can add the number of items into the list box one by one with the help of for loop. Okay, so within for loop just use this single add method. Okay, but to accept the different elements you have to use the input box. Okay, without input box you cannot add different items into the list box. Okay, and in next lecture we'll see how to add the number of items with the help of for loop.